Hi there, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're not new here. My name is Gina and today I'm gonna do an update to my 2025 wish list. So basically what I've been adding to my wardrobe lately. So back in January, I shared a few of the things that I'm looking to add to my wardrobe, shared a little bit of background on why, what I was lusting after. In all honesty, some of the pieces I had already been like searching for a while, and I had either on the way or I purchased very shortly after that video. And so I'll share with you those, and then I'll share some of the other changes that have happened with my wardrobe and with my wish list. Okay, so let's jump right into it. I'll start with the very first thing I mentioned at the top of that video, and that was some statement sunglasses. I gave the whole backstory on how my very favorite pair of sunglasses broke. I've realized since then I cannot fix them, but I've added a couple of styles to my wardrobe. Both of them are from Quince. One of them I think I shared already in another video. These are the Malibus from Quince, and I love these sunglasses. I always get complimented when I wear them, and they're just really fun, especially for summer. I love the really bold blonde tortoise shell print. So these are really nice statement piece, especially when I'm wearing a much simpler outfit. I feel like this just like jazzes it up a little bit and gives me, it's just got a little more personality. And then the second pair I absolutely have been loving. I think these ones are called the Aspen. Yes, they're called the Aspen in the clear spice color. And these are like an amber brown, and they're clear frames and a monochrome lens. And I just think they look so good on. They're just a very warm like tone and very versatile, but also really kind of a little bit of a statement on their own as well. So yes, these are my two statement sunglasses that I've been reaching for. I also got another pair all black Bollies. I actually have no idea where they are. I'm sure they're in one of my handbags somewhere, but those ones I haven't been reaching for nearly as much because I think they're all black, so they're much simpler. So these two additions are in constant rotation. So the next piece that I was really lusting after for months was a bucket bag, and specifically the Balzac Sophia bucket bag. In the green leather. And I don't know, I still admire that bag from afar, but I did not buy it. And the reason why I didn't buy it is because I got a different bucket bag. This one was gifted, it was given to me, and so I realized, okay, I really don't need two bucket bags right now, but this is my beautiful tote from Oleada. This I've been using as my work bag, and as you can see, I've been like really wearing her in. I have a very long in-depth review all about this bag, and she's lovely, she's beautiful. I think it's so versatile. I really like how it can go from like many different seasons. It's really capacious, lots of space. It comes with the little pochettes, which I absolutely use. I actually kind of use it as a little purse too when I'm at work and I just want to like run out and grab lunch. And yeah, this bag has been serving me so well so far. And so I was like, okay, definitely love the bucket bag trend. It's not a trend. I think a bucket bag is actually very classic. I always have one in my wardrobe, but this one in particular, this very large style, I really am enjoying. And yeah, I don't think I need the green one anymore. I've kind of satiated that gap in my wardrobe. The next one is also a handbag. This one I had already purchased when I filmed that video. I think I mentioned in that video that it was on its way to me, and you have probably seen this bag way too many times on my channel since. That is my horse Clementine bag in the black with the gold hardware. I wear this bag every single week. I love her so much still. Leather still smells incredible. I have some Aquaphor in there and probably a hairband, but I literally just switched out of her again yesterday, and I try not to just wear this bag all the time. I'm like, all my other bags need love too, so I switch it up quite a bit. But like, look at the slouch on this bag and look at the leather. It is just so beautiful. And actually, since my mom bought the exact same bag, she did the exact same hack. And so, yeah, it's just a fantastic bag, really, really fun. If you haven't seen my Horse Clementine videos, I've done a what fits in my bag. I've purchased 2 more horse bags since then that I did a video on. And then I also have the introductory video that shows how to like make it look a little bit more chic in my opinion with less hardware. So yeah, that's my horse bag. I love it. I wear it with charms on it sometimes too to just like make it a little more fun for spring. Yes. The next piece that I talked about on my wish list, I also got, I have fulfilled this one. It is a snatched pair of denim. And so I did a whole video recently on my denim collection, my Levi's denim collection. And I did that right after I purchased my Levi's ribcage in a size down. So I love the Levi's ribcage wide style. That's my favorite jean style at the moment. And I bought them a size down so they would just like fit a little bit tighter, a little more snug. They loosen up with wear a little bit because I get the 100% cotton ones, and I'll insert some footage so that you can see how they fit. But I have an entire deep dive video with try-ons all about my Levi's denim collection, and those are in it. The next piece is something that I'm actually wearing right now. It is the Breda watch. So I'm realizing that wish list was basically my shopping list because I actually didn't buy this one though. My partner saw that I had this watch on my list and got this for me for Valentine's Day this year, which we usually don't do a lot of gifts, but I was really happy to receive this. I think it just looks so chic. I like to add like a few bangles or beaded bracelets, just like a couple bracelets to do a stack, or just wear it like this, like on its own. It's a beautiful piece of jewelry, like on its own, just really, let me see if we can focus, just really lovely. I actually scratched the watch face somehow, probably handling my son, and scratched it against something. And I reached out to Breda and I found out that they do free repairs. You just ship it to them and they only charge you for the cost of parts. And so to replace the crystal watch face, it's like $10, which I was like, this is incredible customer service. So I didn't even realize that they had such wonderful customer service and a repair program. Really happy that they do, and now I am a big Breda fan. The next piece is something I haven't filled in my wardrobe. So I talked about getting a cardigan, button-up cardigan, cashmere cardigan. I love them. You'll see that I wear them a lot. I have a really nice gray one from Everlane, a lightweight, like crew neck style classic cardigan that I wear a lot. And then I also got a navy one from Quince. And so those have been on repeat for quite a while now in my wardrobe, probably over a year. Quince one is newer, but the gray one I've had for quite some time. And I really wanted to add like a more neutral, like warmer tone to my wardrobe. I was looking at another Everlane one or a Reformation one, or possibly even another Quince one. I think since I've narrowed it down, probably the Everlane one. I think I like the cut of that one the most on my frame. And I just like how it's like worn in. It's looking in great shape, but I realize I don't really need another cardigan right now, especially moving into the warmer months. So I'm gonna put that on pause until the fall, see if I might actually want it, or maybe I want a different color, I don't know. But that's something that is still kind of on my wish list, but not super urgent or pressing. Okay, so the next thing on my list is a bit of a miss. I've really gone back and forth about a pair of loafers. I really thought I wanted a pair of horsebit loafers, and I was specifically looking at the Liana horsebit loafers from GH Bass, but I wasn't loving the color options. I was thinking I wanted maybe a darker color than the cognac brown. I definitely thought I wanted brown initially. I definitely thought I wanted the gold hardware. And I was on the fence though about that shade of brown. And so I ended up, instead of getting the GH Bass ones, I got these ones from Cezanne, and these ones are called the Vicky Loafer and in the chocolate color. So I was like, okay, I can get a slightly darker brown and then not such a shiny colored hardware on it. It's like a bit more of a brassy, like antique brass kind of tone. Let me just show you them. So these are the loafers. I mean, they're really beautiful. I've worn them once and I really loved how they fit. They're so comfortable right away. Like, I was shocked at how soft the sole is, but how it still feels very structured and well made. And it's just a really beautiful shoe. Like, the leather is really nice. Very, very nice shoe. The only thing that I realized after wearing them that one time, and I wore them around the house a little bit before that, is that this brown tone has a tiny bit of a red undertone, and it's not quite burgundy though, and it just doesn't go with my wardrobe. I think that combined with the antique brass color of the hardware, it just wasn't looking like my wardrobe. It felt a little bit too ornate, I think is the word. And so every time I would try to style this, especially with skirts and dresses, it just didn't feel right to me. And so unfortunately, I've decided to sell these. I'm really sad about it because they were not cheap. I think these are $225 on Cezanne's website. And so, yeah, but they just were not a hit. I wish I had realized before the return window and before I wore them outside. But they just don't suit my wardrobe quite right. I'm sure they are perfect for someone else, but yeah, just don't suit me. Also, they're so comfortable, so I was really trying to make them work because I was like, actually, when I wore them out, I wore them for daycare pickup because I was like, oh, these are like putting on my Birkenstocks or something. But they just don't work for me, and I'm willing to admit that and take the L. And instead, I kept looking around, and this time much more cautiously. And I decided that I didn't want the horse bit anymore, no more hardware. I was thinking either a plain penny loafer or just a really minimalist loafer. And what I ended up getting on sale at Macy's instead is this one. It is a GH Bass loafer. This is the Venetian style, so it has nothing here. It's very minimalist. And I ended up going with black because I realized that the brown tones that are available right now are just too hit or miss for me. But I wear black with all kinds of different colors, and I can wear it with browns and tans and warmer colors too. And so I just think I'm gonna get a lot more use out of this, especially as I just learn how to style loafers in my wardrobe. And if I wear them enough, I will invest in a really good neutral brown pair for my wardrobe at some point. But I love these so far. As soon as I put them on, I was like, oh, this is it. They were just like a win for me. If this this style came out in the dark brown leather that they have, I would absolutely probably pick it up right away, honestly, because they sell out of their colors pretty frequently. And currently I think this one's only available in the burgundy and the black. So yeah, I love these. I did size down in these as recommended. I got the 8.5. I'm usually a pretty true 9, a 9.5 if they're very narrow, but these I'm an 8.5 and they fit beautifully without socks and with socks. So very pleased with these so far. The next piece I think I had already mentioned. It was on the way. I had just purchased it, or maybe shortly after that video went up, and that is the Everlane anorak, the short anorak in the berry red color. And I don't know, it's coming off like super fire engine red. It's a little bit more muted in person, but I love this thing and I used it so much already. It doesn't rain a ton where I live in LA, but we do have like a pretty heavy rainy season in the spring where it's just like gloomy and cold and drizzling for like a couple weeks on end. And so this was my like pop of color. It made me feel just a lot happier and brighter, and it was just perfect for the gloomy weather instead of having like another khaki or beige or black jacket on. This was really nice, and it just, yeah, makes me really happy. So very glad I got this. I think it sold out really quickly too, so I'm glad I got the red because I probably would have bought this but then just got it in the black. The next piece I have talked about probably too much, and that is a short trench coat. So I was debating, do I want a anorak and a short trench? Don't need both of them for sure, but I really like the short trench like style. I like short jackets for this phase of my life too, because I have a toddler, and having something longer, like it's just a little bit fussier, and it's easier for me to have short jackets that aren't like dragging on stuff or like getting dirty or just getting in the way, all the extra material. And so shorter jackets have been a win for me lately. And I was looking at the Tucker Nuck, I think it's called the Drew short trench, I want to say. It is so pretty. And I kept considering it, but I was like, do I need it? I don't need it. And then I was actually offered to pick a couple of pieces from Fabrique's website. So if you didn't see my spring outfits video with Fabrique, it was a collab I just did. They had a beautiful short trench coat on there, and I've loved it. I just love it so much. This is the short trench. I'll insert some clips of me wearing it, but it is just so beautiful. It has beautiful lapels, beautiful epaulettes, all the button detailing, just really well finished. Love the long vent back here, and then a really nice long tie belt. It's just a really dramatic, but also still casual piece. It's like I can wear something actually very similar to what I'm wearing, just a very simple t-shirt, and throw this on and all of a sudden I have an outfit. So I've been loving that about this. I think it's so versatile and it's like classic enough where year after year I'm gonna reach for it and wanna wear it and style it. So this has been a huge win for the short trench. The next piece that I haven't added is another cardigan. So I didn't get my cashmere cardigan that I mentioned, and then I was also looking at the Alex Mill Taylor cardigan in particular. That one, especially the striped, the black and white striped one that buttons all the way up and it kind of has like a roll neck collar. I'm still lusting after that cardigan, but I just realized I have plenty of knits and I don't need to add any more knits right now, even though that's my favorite category of clothing, I think. I think I'm just totally sweater obsessed, but I really don't need it right now. So I decided to just hold off on adding any other knits until I have a little bit more space in my closet for them. I'm sure at some point I will break down and get one, but I did not need it right now. So didn't get that one just yet. Still on my wish list. We'll see. The next piece on my wish list was a green woven bag, and specifically one of the really, well, actually I'll just show you, tight woven bag. Kind of, I know Dragon Diffusion's gotten really popular, but I shared with you there's Faye Creations, who used to be on Etsy, now has their own website, and I got a really beautiful market bag from them last year that I have loved. I actually have it right here because this is the bag I switched into this week, and it's just this gorgeous supple leather. I chose the softer, more pliable leather, and then I also customized it to have like really long shoulder drop because I wanted this to kind of hang and fall a little bit lower. And I'm obsessed with this. I'm so happy it's spring. I've broken it back out. I think the color of the brown leather is so beautiful. Actually, this is like the brown I was hoping those loafers would be, not that reddish brown. And yeah, so I decided though I don't need a green woven bag. Just because I love green bags doesn't mean I need a green bag in every style. I decided I'm just gonna wear the one that I have, love the one that I have, enjoy it as much as I can, and that's that. I also got my green bag fix because I was gifted a green bag, and it's not a market tote like this one. It is also woven leather technically, and it is this cute little box bag, the Saka bag from Manuel Driesman or Madre, Atelier Madre. I did a review on this bag. They're an indie brand based out of Barcelona, and so after I got this beauty, I was like, oh, okay, I've satisfied my need for a new green bag, I think. And so yeah, this one is the substitute for the one I think I was thinking, at least for now. Okay, so we're coming up on the last few items, and there's a mixed bag. So the next item that I shared in that video were some fisherman sandals, which I love a fisherman sandal. It makes me really nostalgic for my childhood. And last year, or maybe 2 years ago now, I got some jelly sandals that I've been wearing to death. And so I wanted to get a leather pair this year, and I did, bending down to get it. I got the GH Bass ones I shared in that video. I got them very soon after with a little bit of a sale, and these are those beauties. I absolutely love them. And these are my first pair of GH Bass shoes actually that I owned. And after these arrived and I started wearing them, I was like, wow, these are so beautifully made and they are so stinking comfortable. And I actually should put a sole protector on them because I know I'm gonna be wearing them a lot. But they, as you can see, I've been wearing them already. And yeah, they're just really gorgeous. I love the buckle on them. This buckle detail is so beautiful. And they're just super nice shoes. I'm realizing that this is like my style of summer sandal as a mom, at least, because I used to wear a lot of slides and mules, but I like having my foot kind of secure when I'm running around with my son. And so these work really well for me, and it's a nice alternative to a tennis shoe. So the next piece was something that I had been hemming and hawing and searching for. And that was a white maxi or even midi skirt, like a really nice full gathered skirt. I had looked at the one at Doen, but I felt it had too much like ornate detail. I don't love a lot of like intricate pleating or eyelets or those kinds of details in my clothes. I'm pretty minimalist when it comes to that. I just like my clothes to be really well made and really well sewn, good materials. So the Doen one didn't make sense for me, and especially at that price point. And then I was looking at one at Everlane, but I thought that that one might be a little too short for me. I'm 5'9", and I wanted this to feel like at least graze my ankles. And so I wasn't too sure about that one. I also didn't think it was going to be like voluminous enough because I did want something really voluminous. And then I looked at a couple others and I just wasn't finding what I wanted until Quince came out with, I have to say, the perfect skirt. And I bought it in not only the white cotton poplin, which is just stunning, really nice hem on it, nice wide hem, so you could actually let it out a bit if you wanted. I also got it in the black. And I think the black one looks so incredibly elegant. It's so easy to wear. It's a totally elasticated waist. You could take it in a little bit more if you wanted to. Like, I think it's just the perfect skirt. And they have inseam pockets, don't they? Yes, they do. So they both have inseam pockets. The poplin is a really nice weight. Like, it is 100% cotton. So I think this is absolutely the most perfect version of that skirt for me. And it's really affordable. And so I got both. So the last piece on my list was the Cezanne axle boot. Still lusting after that boot, but I did not buy it. And the reason why is I knew I would not be wearing it until at least the fall. And so I figured I will wait until the fall, see if I'm still lusting after it. If I am, maybe I'll pull the trigger then, who knows. But also, I just did a shoe declutter, and as you can see, I've added at least 3 pairs of shoes to my wardrobe since then, and I just need to stop adding shoes. I love them. I love shoes. I think they're a great way to jazz up like my pretty, classic minimalist outfits. But I really don't have the space for a ton of duplicate shoes. And so I haven't gotten the axle boot yet, still kind of eyeing it. We'll see, maybe in the future. Okay, so that's it from me. That's everything that I've purchased off of my wish list so far. There's a few other pieces I have brought into my wardrobe, which I share in like some of my Cezanne hauls and that kind of thing. But that's a lot of the significant pieces I've purchased. So if you have any questions about any of them, let me know. I can do more in-depth reviews or just answer your questions in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.